Thank you, Majority Floor, Mr. Speaker. I also submit my reservation of time to defend the bill filed by Assemblyman Mocodes at a later part of next week. Mr. Speaker, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I stand before you on a matter of issue of education. More than 9 months ago, Mr. Speaker, on May 31, 2 weeks after we were appointed to the 7th Regional Assembly, this humble representation called the very first committee hearing of the Committee on Education, Culture, Arts, and Sports Development to discuss a number of concerns in the autonomous region that range from administrative, programs, or technical matters. We remember, Mr. Speaker, that in the State of the Nation address of the President Aquino, that he mentioned of ghost students walking a ghost bridge, going to a ghost school, and maybe being taught by a ghost teacher, being managed by a ghost principal. Kidding aside, Mr. Speaker, one of the most important agenda, and this is my appeal to this August Assembly, in our last 10 days of this Assembly, to maybe put forward some focus and attention on the bills passed before us, so that we can already pass legislation that is needed by this 7th Assembly. Mr. Speaker, attention has been given to previous laws on education. One is the Basic Education Act of 2010, MMA 279, not because it is faulty, Mr. Speaker, but because we have many modern and contemporary developments that need our attention, Mr. Speaker. This new proposed enhanced basic education, Mr. Speaker, that I talk of, will have modern landmark features on K-12 or the Kindergarten Act, disaster risk reduction, recognition of tribal communities, health and nutrition, professionalization of deaf and armed, and open governance. At this juncture, I'd like to ask for a ma'af or apology to the Assembly. Having not been able to sit with you in several committee meetings that should have been called, I call attention to every Assembly person to invest time with their legislative staff officers who have sat with us patiently. Please try to echo in your own offices on trying to understand and trying to input more on this bill so that we can fast-track an education act that has no controversy at all, Mr. Speaker. As we close to the finish line, Mr. Speaker, and assuming that this will be adopted by the 7th Assembly, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the technical expertise of the following, and in response to the sentiment of the Lady Assemblyman from Sulu Nedra on the lack of a technical working group. This BEA has been inputted by the following. Former Senator Santalina Rasul of the Magbasa Kita Foundation. She is the author of the law on granting civil service eligibility to government employees appointed under a provisional or temporary status who have rendered a total of 7 years, Mr. Speaker. This IBEA has also reached the offices of the Civil Service Commission Chairman Resurrection Pueyo, who has given his comments, DepEd Central Office, such as Asec J. Mateo, the key thinker of the DepEd National Strategic Policies, Assistant Secretary Maysara Lati, who graduated in the United Kingdom with a Master's in Education, Assistant Secretary Nur Saada of Operations of DepEd, who has been the AID expert, former Australian AID expert on education, also Anwar Ito, DepEd Central, UP Dean of Education, Grace Duca, who gave comments, Dr. Thelma Villa, former Academic Vice President of the Cotabato City Polytechnic College, Director Alia Kali, and Yusek Satar of the DepEd Madaris, and Speaker Mismo, who has supported this initiative, I would acknowledge. Shukran to the mighty women and men who have given me their input in writing and attended the meetings, either on face-to-face or at a group meeting. This representation would also like to acknowledge the committee secretariat who has endured with me in the 9 months of serving you in the 7th Regional Assembly. Mind you, Mr. Speaker, as a sectoral representative with only 7 staff and volunteers to work with me, and with no financial resources in a technical working group, I would like to seek your thank you for supporting me in this initiative, Mr. Speaker, and members of this House. And so a proposal that I hear from members who would like to further improve this law, I will welcome, that they organize and we organize a technical working group. But if you believe that this bill should pass, let the implementing rules pass a technical working group that will work more on specific items that you would like to enter, Mr. Speaker. With the limited time, we need to pass more than 5 laws, as we only have 5 to 7 laws to speak of after almost a year in service. A million thanks to our partners from DepEd Arm for their research and inputs to this IDEA that makes this work lighter for us and provided enlightenment and continuing education. I will not forget to extend my gratitude to my committee members, my team, Sherwin Pandi, Bruce Matabalao, the staff who participated well in the review process, your staff who sat with us during technical meetings. I am concluding the statement, Mr. Speaker, with a prayer that this proposed bill will benefit our people and will seek your support in the passage, the quick passage of this bill, Mr. Speaker. On the last manifestation, Mr. Speaker, I would like to manifest on the Sabah deportees that are being texted to me that are now being will fill up the Tawi-Tawi because of the Sabah crisis, Mr. Speaker, and in honor and in respect of our assembly persons from Western Mindanao, I am dedicating 30,000 of my local funds to the, through you, Mr. Speaker, in support of the Sabah Consulta resolution that was filed by our assembly person from Tawi-Tawi, and in respect to all the privileged speeches that have been shared about the Sabah standoff. Let my 30,000 be shared and deducted from my local funds monthly. Mr. Speaker, I would like to also congratulate, at this moment we were informed as a point of information that the former Speaker of the Lupong Taga Pamayapa of the Assembly, this same Assembly that we now sit on, former ambassador, congressperson, and a multi-decorated moral politician by the name of Macabangkit Lanto, my colleague in the Mindanao State University Board of Regents, has been appointed Commission on Elections Commissioner by the COMELEC, filling up the Organic Act recognition that every Muslim or a Muslim, a Bangsamoro, should be represented in every national agency of government, Mr. Speaker. Ambassador Lanto was not just the author of the Lake Lanao Development Authority Bill, Mr. Speaker, he was also one with us in Reform Arm Now in pushing for the synchronized ARMN elections to 2015 in RA 1153 as a consultant of Senator Drilon. Ambassador Lanto was also the author of several bills in the House of Congress to benefit us as a people, as a Filipino people, Mr. Speaker. So I submit.
Thank you for that information. For other matters,